And I think that's where you build a good connection and relationship, right? And it makes your employer not only feel like a number, makes them feel like family.
No, when you play, I mean, if I can relate to them as a 12-year-old in a sense, maybe it can reduce some sort of egos that they have. Maybe they realize I'm human.
Yeah.
But this is also my expertise. I just don't write checks. And so when I do a QA grading, when I make coaching suggestions, or I discuss with them what happened in regards to rebuttals, or a tell sign that they missed on a call because they weren't focused at the time, they do realize I'm doing this in order to enhance them, not critique them, because I'm accountable for their work with my client. And I put my name behind it. Now, I expect sometimes people will leave without a 2 weeks notice. And as I mentioned, people do have rainy Wednesdays. But all in all, I like to let this generation know, and this vertical in this industry know, that they can be supported, that they're just not expendable. Because that was the number one gripe that I heard back in August of 2000 when I was sitting in my first cubicle at the center. They go, look how hard I work. Look how much money I did. Look at the retention, the upsell, the referral, and the exit interview to help the company. And they're not even acknowledging me. And I said, well, that's gonna end real fast. And you know what's so sad, Miss Liz? The first question I'll ask a class is, how many bosses have you ever met that you've worked for? And I get 10% raises. And I go, that's a shame. And I go, well, hopefully my goal is to be the last boss you ever have. And then I also ask another fear question. If you're not breaking the law, why would you be afraid of a police officer? And if you're not cheating on a test, don't be afraid of Miss Liz in the math class. Right. And if you're showing up on time, pen at the ready, coachable, really with the vigor to win, why would you be afraid of me? That's your problem, not my problem. I didn't judge you on what happened at your last job, as I'm not judging you on what happened with Joey that just wouldn't come to work on time. So why don't we start with a clean slate and treat each other cool like that? Yeah. And if we can start strong, we can continue strong.
Well, and you're making some really good points, Richard, because we don't do that enough, right? We don't get to meet the bosses at a lot of places that people work in.